Hang about this. Where'd my... I can't find it. My pad. There it... I found it. Jim Jams. Jim Jam watch. Right, turn it close. We are prepared. We just didn't have a massive sneezing and coughing spat, coughing. Didn't have a massive coughing, sneezing stint. What is the word I'm looking for? Chat. What's the word? When you have a massive hay fever type thing. This is in case leaking. It's not. I don't have hay fever. Fit. Coughing fit. Thank you. Thank you, Andy H. Jackus Woods. Evening all. Tabletop. Hello, fit. Yes, we got the fit. We had that. But we're fine. We're fine. Strap in. Lots of Warhammer happening right now. Hopefully you're hydrated this evening. Phlegm. Are you sure you don't? What? Hello from Canada. Hi, Canada. Nice to see you. Water. Hydrate. Summer's coming, Winter's dice. Wetter than a penguin in a bathtub. Right, yes, we're ready. I have my post-it notes in case someone says something intelligent and I need to write down the point in which it was said, or indeed, if I say something intelligent, and try and make a bit out of it, and download the footage afterwards, and have a look, and then edit it up, and have a look and think, I can't put that. I can't put it on. And we're also, chat, we're not yelling at clouds. We established there's so much Warhammer happening around me right now as well, honestly. We're not yelling at clouds. We're happy to be here. We're excited to be here. We're positive vibes only. Putting that over there. Yes. Balanced data slates. That's a lot of Warhammer. That's happened recently, so we need to talk through all of that. All of it? Do we have to talk through all of it? There's a lot of it. Maybe some of it. Winners and the losers. And then all the heresy stuff. Lots of heresy stuff on warhammercommunity.com. Force Org is a thing. Vehicle hull points are a thing. The whole epic challenges thing. I went through the epic challenge thing twice with the, you choose a gambit. There's 9 universal gambits. Then you make a focus roll. You don't fight at initiative, though having a higher initiative helps. But Duelist Aegis also helps. There's lots of Warhammer happening on the heresy scene, on the 40k scene. It's a lot right now. There's a lot going on. Whew. And also, this weekend, there is much of Winter's Chapter 3 at Element Games in Manchester. Check out Element Games for all your hobby needs. In fact, what you should do is use code WIN, WIN13, when it asks you for a code if you're buying anything. It gives you extra crystals, gives me some crystals, gives you essentially money off. Even more than that, you could use my link, my affiliate link, which I put in most of the videos, nearly all the videos, and go through that would help. That helps everyone involved. Anyway, Element Games, Manchester, Saturday. I checked. There's always 2 tickets left. Always. Because someone's always dropping out. And I showed you one of the games. On Sunday, Attack of the Tentacle Monster. That's one of the games, one of the very serious competitive games that we're going to be playing at March of Witness Chapter 3 this weekend. Attack of the Tentacle Monster, a genius mission, if I do say so myself. Beforehand, I had missions where people lost stuff, like you roll a 1 and just dead. But now, if you lose something to the Tentacle Monster, you get points. And points mean prizes. Let's drop into the chat. Let's find out what the water's like this evening. A lie is only what? What are you, Spy? I don't know what you're talking about, Spy Watcher. I'd love to go, but unfortunately I'm on the other side of the country, says the Eternal Crusader. I had someone from Australia saying, I'd love to go, but I'm in Australia. And we all know Australia doesn't exist. The earth is flat, man didn't land on the moon, and COVID was fake because it was there just so we could change the batteries on the pigeons, on the spy pigeons. 40k is boring. Give me more heresy, says Martin Belzer. Yes, my beloved Temblers was slightly exclamation mark finally. What's up? What's going on? Who did what? Hi, Norn Queen Alexis. Norn Queen Alexis is in the chat. Look, from that. Hi, Norn Queen. What's going on? A lot of Warhammer's going on. There's balanced data slates. There's Horus Heresy updates. There's an event this weekend, which I'm terribly excited about. And a bunch of people are going to. It's exciting. It's almost too much. It's a quote from a great Black Library book about gene stealer cults. Okay, Spywatch. I'll read it then. I'll read this quote. A lie is only as secure as the last man who embraced it. Cult of the Spiral Dawn. A lie is only Andy H. Thank you for gifting a membership. Absolute legend. Can we drop a GG's in the chat for Andy H, please? Big GG's in the chat. Or Winter's Dice. Hotter than the invention of a hairdryer. GG's, thank you. Winters is here because he wanted to talk about the Thousand Suns changes. I didn't really want to talk about the Thousand Suns changes or the Space Force changes. Do I have to talk about them? Why can't you talk about them? You talk. Tell me about the Thousand Suns changes. And Friendly Neighborhood Inquisitor gifted a membership as well. GG's in the chat for Friendly Neighborhood Inquisitor. You guys talk about the Thousand Suns changes. It's just, I don't, you see, Thousand Suns, there's a lot of them. There's at least 1,000 of them. And that's far too many to keep up with, isn't it? And they look better in red. I'm saying it. I'm putting it out there. The crimson colour scheme is a lot better than that turquoise blue thing, you know? I liked the 1980s vibe that was going on rather than the 41st century. The old school vibe with the perm and the things. I'm waiting for March of Winter's Blu-ray. Yeah. Coming soon to nothing. Yeah, so we're doing... is there anyone in the chat? Oh, Levy, thank you for your donation. You're looking majestical, my boy. Thank you, Levy Rivard. Thank you so much. There is one thing. I hate to be a grammar Nazi. Levy, I appreciate the donation. But there's only one thing that really grinds my gears. Old man yelling at cloud. Out of all the grammatical stuff, it's when people put your instead of your. It's you apostrophe re. You are looking majestical, my boy. Not you're looking majestical. That doesn't. It's just if you in the future, you apostrophe re. Okay, it's fine. But thank you for your donation anyway. It's just your. No, not your. Not like days of yore. No, not your or your. Like mid-your. You know, no, not your. No, not you apostrophe re. Not you apostrophe. It's you apostrophe re. Not you re, but you re. Not your either. Not YAW, yaw. That's like when you're like steering a boat and then you yaw. That's not that kind of yaw. Yaw? Is this... Is that Danish? Danish kind of yaw? There is my act. What? Your hair here. You mid your people making fun of what troubling times are these? It's just that one thing. I'm happy with the images and the smiling faces and the skibbities. You know, we're happy with the skibbities. We're happy with the riz, with the rizzing up my cat and things. We're down with the kids. But the yaw, the mid-yaw, yawl and yawl. Yeah, Craven. You're from America, aren't you? You the yawl. The Americans go yawl, which is... we're positive. We're not yelling at clouds. Skibbity gayet for the Rizzler. Yeah, I don't even know what's a gayat. Speak proper itmot. I'm glad you like the Riz. Everyone likes a bit of Riz. I do like a bit of Riz every now and then. To be rizzed up, I think, that's a good thing, right? When someone does the Riz, that's a good thing, I think. Yawl is singular. Its plural is yawl. Right, Winter's Dice. I don't know what's going on right now. What is going on? Them clouds are feeling really yelled at right now. We're not old men yelling at clouds. I'm positive there's a lot of Warhammer happening. There's a balance update. There's Horus Heresies. There's an event this weekend. I even painted some in a mad segue side thing from the Emperor's Children. I even painted some, look, I haven't done the bases yet, but I painted some lictors. Lictor, I didn't touch her. Yeah, so as a Texan, y'all is singular and plural. All y'all is reserved for large groups of over. No, John, no one knows what you're saying there, mate. Sorry. I'm terribly sorry. It's just got to say y'all as one word. Y'all. Y'all. As a son of two Texans, that's a valid explanation. Can we talk about Warhammer? Chat. Hall. We're on Hall. Y'all. All y'all. No, Warhammer. Let's talk about... Very excited for the first March of Winters. Thank you, Neil. I'm very excited for March of Winters Chapter 3 as well. Hopefully you're looking forward to being attacked by the tentacle monster. Nope, let's talk about Texas. No, we're not talking about Texas. It used to be like B&Q, a home base type. Yeah. My first job, Texas Home Care, back in the 80s, 90s. It was like when I was like 15. You know, what would it be called? Like a Home Depot type store? You know, did he glitch? Me. It was not, no, we're not a dementia screen. This is a Warhammer stream. Yes. No, what is it like B&Q? Chat. What's a B&Q chat? You know, like home improvement store. What would you call it? Hardware store. Yes, thank you. Hardware store. Well, there was one called Texas Home Care Hardware. So that was my first proper job after a paper round. And I got sacked for growing my hair. It was the 80s. So I was only growing that bit there, like a mullet, a proper 80s mullet was going on. And they said, cut your hair. I said, no. He said, if you don't cut your hair, we'll sack you. And I went, I don't really care that much. And then I kept growing it. And about a month later, he said, we told you to cut your hair. I went, yeah. Well, you're sacked. I went, okay. And that was the end of my career at Texas Home. And then it went bust. The business went bust, probably because they got rid of me. You know, if I was there, I would have steered them down the path of righteousness and the imperial truth. Winter's mullet. I had a proper mullet, man, for a good couple of years. A proper mullet. Mullets for the win. I think mullets came back at some point, didn't they? Like Gerald's got one in Clarkson's Farm season 4 and season 3 and season 2 and season 1. He's got a proper... I do like Gerald. You know his old Cotswold, all ye be down, and his Cotswold accent? There are people like that around here, you know. Yes. They're difficult to understand, but yeah. Hotter than Winter's Dice. Winter's Dice. It's still about... 2 dozen left. I'll be bringing them with me to March of Winters Chapter 3 at the weekend. And we'll, so if there's anyone coming to March of Winters Chapter 3 who want to buy some Winter's Dice faster than a falling cheetah from a cliff, then you can pick some up there. I'm going up to Element Games on the Friday with Sultan. Should be there at about 4 or 5 p.m. on the Friday. I think Sultan's bringing his Grey Knights now. He was going to bring his Space Dwarves from space, but he's been painting his Grey Knights like a bad boy recently, and he's well into the Grey Knights right now, so he's going to be bringing his Grey Knights instead. So that whole video when I said, hey, look, this is the list that Sultan's going to be bringing to March of Winters Chapter 3. 1 is 1,200 points. It's definitely not 1,250 points. So both of those lists, one, it's not 1,250. Two, he's not bringing Space Dwarfs from space anymore. He's bringing his Grey Knights, because he's been painting up some Grey Knights like a bad boy. So he's bringing them along. And I'll be up there at 5-ish and then getting drunk. And I think I've organised a game with Rick Shazam, the cameraman of Heresy. I don't know what I'm playing yet. And then the next day, I shouldn't be too hungover. I will be alone. I'm pretty good. The first few times at Element Games, I did get it got a bit messy. But the last couple of times at Element Games, I've whoa Nelly, I've reined it in a bit. Whoa Nelly. The Texans in the chat, they'll appreciate that. Whoa Nelly, that horsey talk, because in Texas we all know that they don't have cars, they just drive around on horses. They drive them into the sunset, and gunslingers and stuff. So I'll be okay. I'll be behaved. I'll have some of the red drinks, mind you, James from marchofwar.co.uk has come in, and he's a bad influence on me. Keeps buying me. Killer Kriegsman, thank you for your 15 months memberships. You absolute legend, you. Must bring my Krieg army one day and have a game. Well, with a name like Killer Kriegsman, you must bring your Krieg army one day and have a game. Tazanara is coming all the way from Japan. I really hope I can get an Uber from the airport arriving late. You should be able to get an Uber from the airport. It'll cost you about $1 million in Manchester. The Eternal Crusader, Martha still stands. Come to Glasgow and the first bottle of Buckfest. I'm not going to Glasgow, okay? No one wants to go to Glasgow. No one wants to come to Swindon. In fact, the only reason why some people come to Swindon is because I'm here. I should be paid by the Swindon Tourist Board. No one wants to go to Glasgow. Edinburgh, lovely. Okay, the Lochs and the Highlands, lovely, but Glasgow, really? Shout out James March and his blue horror drinks. I know, Jackus Woods, I know. It's just they're Last time James March drunk the bar dry. Hearn, thank you for your 4 months. Boo! Definitely made you jump. Nice, but thank you for your 4 months. That's why it's called a Dream Winters. Oh, I see. Right, yeah. Swindon does have lots of roundabouts to play. It does have lots of roundabouts. It has the magic roundabout. The blue horror was nice. What the 40k greetings to you too. Are we going to talk about Warhammer at all this evening? Bought the Age of Darkness box thanks to your recommendations. Listen to Legion on Audible. That's such a good one. Legion is good. Legion is the 20th Legion grows in preparation for most. Yeah, dude. Deathwatch Jake. Legion's good. Re-listen to it afterwards. And also, if you're doing Legion and you've got the Age of Darkness box set and you're thinking of doing Alpha Legion, then also do the Primarch novel Alfarius. I recently re-listened to that one again. I'm doing a thing at the moment actually where I'm kind of going through random Black Library audibles. Like I did Alfarius again. I did Master of I'm partway through Master of Mankind. I did The Outcast Dead like twice recently. It's just weird random ones that, and yes, it's good. Hello, Nuclear Threat. I've only ever played one game of Horus Heresy, but I killed a rhino by ramming it with a rhino. That's definitely a thing. Read Renegades, Harrow Master for some mod. Yeah, didn't you put that in the Discord, Friendly Neighborhood Inquisitor? Like Harrow Master Renegades is a good one. Read it. I saw that in the Black Library chat. I thought, yep, that sounds like a thing. It was awesome. Just Craig is in the house. Hi, Just Craig. I'm well. Yes, you're coming here soon, aren't you? Just Craig. July. You're coming on the 4th of July. You are coming on the 4th of July. So this weekend is March of Winters. Next weekend is Warsmith, Chris and Chewie. The week after that, Overlord, Valspire and Sultan. And then you're coming out as the Friday, Saturday, Sunday with Chewie and Heretic. Yes. Tabletop Divinitatis. Also, the Praetorian of Dawn. Praetorian of Dawn is another great one. If you're doing Alpha Legion, Praetorian of Dawn. The thing about all the Alpha Legion books is you need to kind of do them twice because they're very Alpha Legion-y. Like the first time, you're like, oh, 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 it twists, it turns, there's flips. And then the second time you're around, you're like, I get it now. I understand what's going on now. Because the first time it's like the first time Legion with Geno 5-6 Chiliad and with I'm Alfarius and all that stuff going on, you're like, what the hell is going on here? It's hard to keep track of all the things. And then you do it the second time around. Like, I know what's happening now. I know the twist. I know the thing. I can lock in. There's Alpha Legion books. Apparently, there's speculation, rumour that Saturnine box set won't be out till August. Thoughts? Yeah, see, so on that, that's a good, interesting thing. So I've heard also that there'll be some pre-orders from some of the stuff going up, like rapier batteries and missile pod. Some of the models might come out in advance, but Saturnine might not come out for a while. On the Warhammer community thing where they talk about epic challenges, they say that like on Wednesday they're going to talk, there's more stuff coming out, and they're talking about vehicles, and they're talking about the Force Org. Yes, the Force organization chart is still in it. Yes, vehicles are still in it, but they're a bit tougher. They've got more hull points, and they're talking about that. And then over the next couple of weeks they're going to be showing some epic challenges on the thing. So it looks like, according to Warhammer community, that there's a good few weeks still of stuff they want to drip feed us with, which suggests to me that it's further away. I think it might be further away from all the things I'm seeing and hearing, which is fine because there's a lot of Warhammer happening right now. And I think, actually, probably the reason why, because you know that Saturnine box set launch thing, I think all the stuff that we're getting about Heresy 3.0 and the Saturnine stuff, I think they might have done this early, you know, because of the leak. Maybe all the stuff that we're finding out about was planned like next month, but they've decided to do all the things this month because half of it was out there anyway because of the leak. More leaks than the title. I think that's what might be happening. But I don't know. I don't know. And even if I did know, I couldn't tell you. But I don't know. Tarantula and Rapiers are coming out this Saturday for pre-order. That was the thing that I heard. Yes. Tarantulas and Rapiers are coming out this weekend for pre-order. Yes, I saw something on Bad Moon Cafes advertising that thing. Which is good, because Rapiers are in second edition, and you couldn't get them for toffee for the last, like, ever. And then Tarantulas are not even in second edition, so they need to, yeah. Interestingly, the Rapier batteries are painted as Sons of Horus Imperial Fists, implying that they were supposed to come out much earlier. I genuinely think that a lot of this stuff that we're getting was supposed to come out much, much earlier. But any Heresy person in the chat will know, getting a hold of any Heresy, it's been impossible. I got Fulgrim up there. It took me 9 months to get a hold of Fulgrim. And things like these sell out every now and then. You're like, I'll go on now, I'll buy some Assault Marines. And then suddenly there's no Assault Marines. And then you have to go to Element and there's none there. And then Wayland Games. And then all of a sudden they get a snap. You know, they can't keep up. I need many, many Rapiers. Dude, I was thinking about Rapiers, right? The plastic Rapiers look really cool. And they're quite cheap for points. So I know it's an elite slot, but having 3 of them, like triple quad bolters, that's 24 twin link shots, triple laser destroyers, and then triple sundering direct fire missile launcher things. You'll have 3, 3, and 3, which only leaves you 1 elite slot. Which will be Dreadnoughts, probably. Or a unit of Terminators, probably. But if you do all the Rapiers and you have 1 more elite slot, then if you need more elite slots, then you can add on an allied slot with some dudes to add some more dudes in it. So you could put like your Terminators in with the Rapier thing, and then you bring some Raven Guard in the ally slot with some assault marines and a praetor attached. You don't even need a praetor chaplain attached, and then that'll unlock like the dreadnoughts, something like that, maybe. But yeah, it would look cool. It would look cool with lots of rapiers in a list, and with them in plastic. I think we'll see that. I think we'll see people actually bring in lots of rapiers and just run. It would look cool. It would look cool. Having also lots of different types means that you don't have to run them all at the same time. You can, like, in one mission you can run a couple, in another mission you can run a couple. It gives you the option to play around with, doesn't it? So much happening. Tarantulas and rapiers in plastic coming this weekend. Heresy leaks up the yin yang. A balanced data slate where Calgar and Guilliman thing has finally been nerfed. Yeah, it's just, there's lots of 40k happening. Triple bolter rapiers as fists, assuming we make yeah. Well, see, the thing is, fists hit on twos with, you don't need. See, quad bolters are twin linked anyway. So hitting on twos twin linked isn't much better than hitting on threes twin linked. It's, yeah, if you're, yeah. Yeah. Evening Wolfboot Chronicles, aka Stylus. Imagine we got mole mortars for Solar Auxilia in Legion Imperialis. They always hit rear armor. Imagine oh man, that would be cool. Because it's coming up from underground, so rear counts as underneath. Mole mortars. Triple Phosphex rapiers. So, now, triple Phosphex rapiers sound like a really good idea. Particularly with the Death Guard detachment, because they can ignore the movement, difficult, dangerous terrain thing. And also with, what's it called? The guy who, there's a Centurion dude that you bring that helps on. Anyway, it sounds like a good idea, but they're 12 to 24 inch range Phosphex rapiers. So anyone a bit further away, you can't shoot. Anyone inside, you can't shoot. It's just a really narrow window. But remember, the canister shells are on top of the fragmentation shells that you'll be bringing anyway, so you can fire frag if they're too far away. But yeah, rapiers with Phosphex everywhere, if you're Death Guard in particular. That would be super cool. Yeah. Rapiers look cool. The tarantulas look cool. Be interesting to see the rules for the tarantulas as well. Like, how many are there in one slot? Because they deep strike in. And they're not really called tarantulas anymore, are they? But back in the day, they used to deep strike in. And you could deep strike, I think it was 3 in one slot. And you drop 3 down. And they would hit on 5s. Because they're because they're stupid, but 5's twin linked, so that was nice. Yeah. So yeah, lots of Warhammer happening. There's a lot of people in the chat coming to March of Winters. One in the chat, if you come to March of Winters, I want to know. Fun fact: in lore, the Primaris grav vehicles can deep strike from low orbit. The Primaris grav vehicles can deep strike from low orbit. We've got one. Good evening, Paint and Plastic Miniatures. We've got 2 people coming to March of Witness at the weekend. I'm looking forward to it. Be there on the Friday. Get a little bit drunk. Play some games the next day. 3 1,200 point games. Not 1,250 point games. We're going to be attacked by tentacles. And we're going to attack of the Killer Squig is one of them. And then Murder Ball. The Repulsor, the Gladiator, the Impulsor can all be dropped from low orbit because of the grav thing. Fun fact. Yeah. It's like Land Raiders can go under the ocean. They're proper environal thing. Land Raiders, they can under and back up the other side. They can go in zero. They on the surface of moons. A Land Raider is a fully enclosed enviro thing. And it just goes where the Land Raider wants to go, the Land Raider can go. You cannot stop the Land Raider. You could put a wall in the way, but the Land Raider goes, screw you wall, goes straight through the wall. In the books, they shove them out of the Thunderhawk transporter in low orbit. We're talking about the grav stuffs. not the Land Raiders. Land Raiders come in and Thunderhawk transporters and drop them that way. And the Spoon, you're on the other side of the world. I'm terribly sorry. It's well, maybe one day. Let's see, Tazanara's in Japan, but he's coming all the way over. Saw in Shogun. Tazanara was in Shogun, in Japan, and he's coming over. Do we think we're going to get the Belisarius Raider anytime soon? I don't think we're going to get the Belisarius Raider anytime soon. I think the Belisarius Grav Floaty Raider is a one-off thing. I don't think we'll get it anytime soon. I can't see it getting rolled out across multiple. We don't want the... You did get the dice, thank you. Winter's dice. Chunkier than a really big poo. Yeah, nice that you got the dice. Yeah, there's lots of things that is missing from the Heresy 2.0 books that we need, like rapiers, and there's lots of other stuff that isn't even in the books that they can do lots and lots of things before we get onto Belisarius Land Raiders, you know. Anti-grav Land Raiders is already a thing in the lore used by the Custodes. I'm not sure it's like Land Raiders that they use. I can't remember which lore do they use, because I know they use Galatis grav tanks and Palace grav tanks, and they use a lot of grav technology back in the day and in 40k, and then in the Codex they just gave them normal Land Raiders and normal stuff, but there's forges on Terra. Forges on Terra, and the forges on Terra make specific stuff for the Custodes and for the Imperial Fist and things like that, such as their weird shields and their weird power fists. And disintegrator weaponry used to only come from Terra. It's in Heresy 2.0 right now, but it looks like disintegrator weaponry is going to be the new thing in the new Saturnine thing. Disintegrator weaponry at the moment, Strength 5 AP2 gets hot. I think it's Strength 5 AP2 gets hot. No, it's Strength 5 Instant Death gets hot. 1 minute, I've got a book right next to me. But I don't know what the disintegrator weaponry will be like in the new one. Hopefully it still gets hot, because it's supposed to be really nasty. Disintegrator, Strength 5 AP2 Instant Death gets hot, yes. Will there be any live streams from March of Winters 3? No. That would involve me having some kind of technical ability and being able to set up something. I'll almost certainly do an Instagram reel or two while I'm there. I normally do that. I really want Plastic Astraeus. I'd buy one even if it's not good. I'm not a fan of the Astraeus. It looks a bit... I'm not a fan. Disintegrator weapons do still gets hot in the new one, do they? Okay. Grav Raiders were a thing from Caliban. Looked it up on Lexicanum. Grav Raiders were a thing from Caliban. Were they? I've just finished the Dark Angels trilogy. Like you have like Angels of Caliban, Descent of Angels, and then the other one, and they didn't mention it, but I'm sure Grav Raiders. I wonder if Luton was here, he'd be able to tell us. Because the Land Raider is named after Arkan Land's pattern Raider, and then like the Land Speeder, that's Arkan Land's Speeder. He found the STC, techno-archaeologist and all that. But in the Master of Mankind good, the Custodes use anti-grav Spartans and an anti-grav Rhinos. Do they? I'm literally doing Master of Mankind again. There is an anti-grav Belisarius Calls ride in Master of Mankind. He mentions it, that he's made some things. Belisarius Calls specifically, and he's probably going to get told off by Mars about them. But then definitely not. I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm saying they're very non-standard. And they're mentioned, anyway, briefly things. Apparently it's mentioned in chapter 16 of Angels of Caliban. Right, okay. 1 minute. What? Okay, they're in there. Good, right. Kitty, what do you want? Let's go in the wardrobe. There's monsters? You want to check for monsters in the wardrobe? Are there any monsters? No? No monsters. No door shall remain barred. No door shall remain... Now this door is barred. No door shall remain barred. Yes, definitely floaty land raiders and things are a thing. Right, yes. Came for winters, stayed for the cat. Nice. Yeah, Land had his own fancy custom Land Raider and Master of Mankind. Yes. It was anti-grav. Yes. Greetings from sunny Gloucester. Sam Nash has been a member for 41 months. You absolute legend. Thank you very much. Slowly come around to the new rules for Horus Heresy. They're previewing. What are my thoughts? That's a big question, Sam. Thank you for your 41 things. We are positive on this channel. We are not old men yelling at clouds, saying, why are you doing this to us? So all the rules that they're previewing in the Heresy are all really, really good. All of them are my thoughts. That's my thoughts. I love all of them. I'm not looking at a really, really good rule set in 2.0 thinking, hey, let's not change that. I'm looking at the 2.0 rule set and saying, hey, let's change everything about it. Let's change everything about it. Let's put damage stats in. Let's put new stats in for all the people with cool and willpower and intelligence. Let's put epic challenges. Epic challenges, you see, that's a good idea, isn't it? Because epic challenges, the challenge mechanic was a bit jank. So now they put epic challenges in where you choose a gambit. And there are 9 universal gambits that you could choose from. And then you do a focus roll. And then you do your thing. And Rue, thank you for gifting a membership. Thank you very much, Rue. GG's in the chat for Rue. GG's in the chat. Rue's still alive, by the way. All the tests are coming back negative. He's lost loads of weight. He's still with us. Hanging in there, Rue. He's feeling a bit better. It's good. I'm glad. I'm glad you're good. I'm glad you're good. But GG's to Rue. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff changing in the new Heresy. A lot of stuff. And all of it's going to be so much better game because of it. Definitely. The challenges is a mechanic they needed to look at. So it looks like the challenges have been looked at. There's 9 universal gambits that you choose when you have a challenge. And there's going to be some Legion-specific ones as well. And the gambits will be like, fight faster, fight more, fight... It's on the Warhammer community website. And then you don't fight in initiative order, you do a focus roll. So obviously the higher initiative counts, but it's not automatic. Initiative 5 beats Initiative 4. Because Initiative 5 could have a Charnable Saber and choose a particular gambit. And then this person, and then you roll. You might think, well, okay, I'll let you. You might decide, I'm going to try and make my guy go faster by rolling in the gambit, or I'm trying not to make my guy go. I'll let you hit first and do the beefer thing. Yeah. I read it like 3 times, the epic challenge and things. I'm still not sure I get it. But hopefully, when it comes out, it'll all make perfect sense. Cautiously optimistic about the Heresy rules. Cautiously optimistic. It's going to be, it's going to be fine. Starting with the Horus Heresy, as I was always told that the games are more narrative focused. Seems like So, yes. So, the rules for the Heresy rule set are written with the narrative in mind. So when you're playing a game of Heresy, and you know what you're doing, and you're playing with someone who know what they're doing, the book comes alive on the table around you. And so, like, Space Marines cannot shoot and hurt. Well, they can shoot, but they cannot hurt a Titan, for example. There's lots of things where it comes alive. Whereas in 40k, it's more of a strategic war game, and Space Marines can definitely hurt Titans. Anything can hurt a Titan on a 6, sometimes 5s with Oath of Moment. Hey, all you 94 other people, like the stream. Thanks, friendly neighborhood inquisitor. Yeah, click a like, subscribe, check out the things. Rue, thank you for gifting 5 memberships as well. Rue, you absolute legend. Can we give a GG's in the chat to Rue, please? Not only is he definitely not dead, not only is he battling like 78 different life-killing things right now, he's taken on Nurgle's Rot, and he's slayed it, and he's come out the other side. He's lost like half of his body weight, but he's fine. All the scans are good. GG's Rue. Thank you for dropping 5 gifted memberships in. Are you coming to March of Winters? Maybe you come to the narrative event in September. There's still a couple of tickets left for March of Winters 3 this weekend, because there's always a couple of tickets left because people drop out. So if you want to come to March of Winters 3 this weekend, Saturday, check out marchofwar.co.uk events page. And if you're interested in coming to the narrative event, there was 4 tickets left when I last checked, and that's on the 27th, 28th of September. There's James in the chat as well. James is there. Hi, James. Hi. He's been on jury duty. He can't talk about it, but he's been on jury duty, which means every time I've gone to message him and things, he's like, screw you. I'm like, guilty. I feel for you. Being in your position, you kind of have to move with the new Horus Heresy set of rules. I really plan on just going to stick with 2nd edition. Yeah, man. I'm going to give it a go. I'll give it a good punt. I've always played whatever edition is in front of me, whatever codex is in front of me, whatever rule set is in front of me. I've never gone back. But Heresy 2.0 is so good that we'll see. There's a lot of people in the community who are thinking that if it turns out to be a big pile of monkey nuts, that they'll stick with 2nd edition. So we'll see. And Rue's been a member for 43 months, and he's coming to the narrative event. Legend, Rue. Legend. You're going to enjoy it. I know you're going to enjoy it. It'd be good for you to get out of the house. The narrative event that I'm doing on 27th and 28th at Element Games in Manchester, you can get the tickets from marchofwar.co.uk. 4 tickets last time I checked. That is going to be awesome as well. I'm looking forward to both of these events more than I've looked forward to previous events that I've done. Not that I didn't look forward to previous events that I've done. I look forward to all the events that I've done, but I'm really looking forward to getting out of the house this weekend in June. The weather's going to be nice, and I don't get out much these days. And the missions that I've come up with are really cool. And then the narrative and the missions I've come up for the narrative event are really cool as well. So I'm looking forward to going back to Gehenna Prime and underlying the story behind Gehenna and finishing that chapter. And T800 Spectre has joined the 13th at Tier 3. GG's T800 Spectre. That's Cyberdyne Systems, the T800. Thank you for joining at Tier 3. Guys, if you'd like to support the channel, then you can support the channel by clicking the like button right now, clicking the subscribe button right now, or by becoming a channel member. And at Tier 1, you get access to all the custom emojis and things. Tier 2, you get access to the Discord. And at Tier 3, you get an extra battle report every single Winters Wednesday and help keep the things on. You know, this YouTube space, it's a great space if you're like playing Call of Duty or Fortnite or one of those big channels out there which gets millions of views, millions of subscribers, hundreds of thousands of views. It's all good. But the 40k space, the Warhammer space on YouTube, we're not mainstream. Henry Cavill's getting there. We're going to be there soon, but we're not mainstream yet. So all of the YouTubers on the YouTubes doing the 40k thing, doing the Warhammers thing, we really rely on your likes, comments, subscribes, and memberships and things like that. So anyone who supports either this channel or any channel out there, you the real ones. You the legends. You're the ones who are the reason why when I go on the YouTube, there's so much 40k. Because you're the guys helping support creators, like, we need the support. We need the support. And Trawling Cleaner has been a member for 17 months. For all I know about the Horus Heresy community, if you guys don't like 3.0, it'll be heard. And you've... Yes. Thank you for your 17 months. The 3.0 is... It's going to be good. It's just that 2.0 is so good. So good. It's hard to think how it could get better. But we're cautiously optimistic. It's probably going to be much better. It's going to be better. We're not yelling at clouds. It's going to be better. 3.0 with the new epic challenges, with wounds. Initiative modifiers sounds good. I like that. The fact that the cool and the willpower and the intelligence, it looks like what they're doing with the stats on the datasheet is a way to solidify, is a way to simplify a lot of universal special rules and put them on the data sheets instead. I think that's what they're trying to do. I hope that's what they're trying to do. Craven AMG, thank you for giving 5 memberships. You absolute legend. Can we get a massive GGs in the chat for Craving gifting 5 memberships? I appreciate you, sir. Thank you. People like Craven, people like you guys, keeping all these channels alive, keeping my channel alive. I appreciate you. Yeah. GGs. Winter's Dice. I'm very tempted to pick up the new Heresy box, but I've never played. The miniatures look amazing. Just pick up the box, and if you don't like it, give me all the miniatures. How about just attaching Epic to these potential... Where are we? I've missed that. Challenges to 2.0. I don't know. Maybe. Challenges look much better. Yeah, challenges at the moment in 2.0 are... There's lots of things we can talk about challenges. Primarchs can get locked up with chosen warriors, for example. There's a problem with the challenge, not a problem, but the challenge mechanic right now could be improved. So hopefully Epic Challenges is the thing that does it. I'm curious to see more about those potential Mechanicum teasers. Stuart Fields from the land down under has been a member for 19 months. Morning. It's not morning, Stuart. It is the evening. It's the evening. It's warm. It's hot. It's not the morning. Stop talking to us from the future. It's evening. Morning, he says. Australians, what can you do? So what's all this Games Workshop madness about 6 Chaos Knights in a 2,000 point list? That's like $9,000 million worth of models in the deep places of the world. They dug too greedily. They dug too deep. I know. Yes, Chaos Knights have had a big points reduction. Going down from about 400 points to somewhere between 315 and 335, depending on the thing. I think the Knight Abominant is only 315, Knight Desecrator only 325, from 400 points. It's a big points reduction. So you can write a list now with 6 big knights in it, which I wouldn't do. But what you could do is have, mind you, the baby knights haven't had much of a reduction, but you could put 3 big knights and 6 little knights. But yeah, Chaos Knights, big points reduction. No word on Imperial Knights yet, but that's probably because that codex is imminent. We've had the Chaos Knight thing come out, which means that the Imperial Knight thing is imminent. Imminent. Phenomenon. Do. Phenomenon. Do. John Price, thank you for gifting a membership. Legend. Can we drop some GGs in the chat for John Price, please? Hello, Winters. Busy painting some Tyranids for this weekend while watching. Can't wait. Unexpected Lemon. Nice. I can't wait either. Come up to me. If you are coming to March of Winters Chapter 3 this weekend, come up to me, tap me on the shoulder, and tell me your handle rather than your real name. Come and talk. Come and get selfies. Tell me all the things. I love... One of the glorious things about being in my position is living other people's hobby things through osmosis. I get to talk to you guys about what you're doing, about what you're collecting, about what you like, about what project you're working on, about what book you've just read, about what battle that you just had, about how you made your little brother cry because he's only 5 and so you destroyed him, and display of tactical brilliance. I get to hear all the stories. I get to live vicariously many different lives of Warhammers through you guys, and I love hearing all the stories all the time. So come up to me, tell me all the stories, ask me all the questions, click all the selfies and things, and share away. It's one of the best things about this hobby is talking about the hobby, and here we are. One of the best things I'm sure you guys know is talking through with your friends about, hey, I'm thinking about bringing this list, or I'm thinking about doing this thing, or did you see that, or did you read this? It's just it's good, isn't it? It's good sharing your hobby verbally. Yes. Using our mouths with each other. Our Warhammer mouths. Locked together. Doing lots of Warhammer with our lips. £10 per pick per selfie. James, it's more than a tenner, mate. £10 per pick per selfie with James March. With me, it's $1 million. Go hydrate. Where are we, chat? C.R. Smith. I hope in HH3 they have more powerful magic. Just really shredding nonsense that has real potential to explode. Hope's not just mortal wounds of detonation. There's some pretty powerful magic already. In Heresy 2.0. Powerful magic? Like telepathy, just pinning the crap out of stuff all over the place. Easily. You can easily build 1,000 Suns list which virtually pins, unless something's fearless, it doesn't matter even if it's stubborn, virtually locks stuff in place. And Telekine Dome is also quite strong. And then you can use magic in the movement phase, magic in the fight phase, magic in the shooting phase, magic in the psychic phase. Still feels there wasn't that much psychic going on in the Heresy as well, remember, apart from Thousand Suns and apart from a few librarians here or there in Esoterrus. There wasn't that much of it. So it does feel like it's fairly well represented in the book. It used to be a lot more broken. You used to have proper biomancy horribleness going on. You used to have invisibility, which was like an auto-include. I'm bringing a librarian. I'm making the unit invisible. You can only hit on 6s no matter what. It used to have... They did tone it down a little bit, but... yeah, a bit more magic. More magic would be nice. More, yeah, but it's there. It's there already. My war dog got a name after living through several rupture cannons, fire dragons, and a wraith lord. Nice. It's always nice when those miniatures get a name, right? So it's taking a rupture cannon to the face. Fire dragons as well. And a wraith lord. 1 minute. You had rupture... Iron of the Spoon. You were going up against Tyranids and Eldari at the same time? Anyway, the War Dog's new name is Kevin. I like it. I approve. I miss the old Armageddon games where the warp missile shredded half the board. Yeah, man. Warp missiles were bad. Void missiles were bored. Overwatch magics. Overwatch magics? Yeah, I'm happy for them to take magics out of Overwatch. Maybe we could bring back psychic denials, like how they were counter spells. Yeah, do you remember when you used to have like a pool, a magic pool, and you could spend the magic pool on the thing. You had a certain number of points. That was the thing. Hi, Joseph. What Warhammer are you Warhammering today? Well, there's a lot of Warhammer going on. There is all the Heresy stuff about epic challenges, and the Force org chart is definitely in it, and the vehicle mechanic is still on. Vehicles are tougher. Hull points are a thing, but much of the vehicle rules are unchanged. So there's all the Heresy stuff going on. Then there's all the Warhammer 40k balanced data slate update, which happened. So lots of nerfs and pluses and minuses and things like the Emperor's Children, who I don't think were amazing, got spanked hard. This fella, Lucius, right? 150 points for this fella now. Khan, 85. He gets up when he dies. Khan gets up when he dies. Khan does 3 damage. He does 3. It's just, he's got loan up. Khan's better, though. Khan has more attacks. He's got 9 attacks on the charge. And he hits on 2s, rerolls 1s. And he wounds. But he's 150 points. Khan's 85 points. Yeah, we had the balanced data slate. Loads of changes there as well. And then we've got the event of the week. There's a lot of Warhammer happening. That's what's going on. A lot of Warhammer. Didn't there used to be psychic power cards? There were in one of the editions. There was cards. Yeah, you could get cards. Yes. Equipment cards, vortex grenades. Yes. Lucius is sexier though. He is definitely sexier. And he has very erect nipples. What the 40k has been a member for 3 months. Bruh, twin, how about those psychophage changes? Right? Yeah. Psychophage. Psychophage increases the AP of stuff around it. Moves 12 all of a sudden, but still 110 points and will go down like a sack of spuds falling down a well quite quickly. It's one of the least tougher monsters. I can see some people bring in some psychophages now, maybe, because they've rewritten psychophages. That's one of the nice things in the new thing. Yeah, Tyranids with psychophages. It's interesting. Jackus Woods has dropped 50 smackaroonies. Wow, Jackus Woods, thank you for dropping such a thank you. GG's in the chat for Jackus Woods, all the way from France. 50 quid. Thank you, sir. Sad not to make it this weekend. Aren't you getting married or something? Hope this is spent on beer, blue horror. Big love to you, Winters. Thank you, Jackus Woods. Congratulations on your marriage. I'm fairly certain it's this weekend. Winter's Dice. And hopefully you can make it to the narrative event. Are you coming to the narrative event? I think you're coming. You mentioned you were coming to the narrative event. Winter's Dice. Yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, that era of war. Where are we? I would definitely spend winter's money on blue horror. James, I'm looking forward to... You did the blue horror thing, James, and then we did the... I remember like playing at the last event, and then every now and then, randomly, you would come up to me with a weird coloured pint glass of something and say, drink this. And one was blue and it was delicious and tasted a bit like aniseed. And one was red and tasted a bit like cherryade. And after I had those two, I was very, very drunk. I'm looking forward to what wonderful colours and concoctions you come up with this time. I should be there around 5-ish with Sultan in the evening for the thing. You've done the trophies, right, James? You've done the trophy. You will be at the narrative event, Jackus. Good. Carrying Blue Winter's dice in my pocket at my wedding. Nice! Jackus. Something borrowed, something blue. Blue Winter's dice in your pocket. That's what I should be aiming at the marriage market, shouldn't I? Like Winter's dice, perfect for weddings because it's blue, you know? So yeah, good. But good luck on the wedding thing and the night before and all that. And yeah, I look forward to seeing the pictures on your phone when you come to the narrative event. But someone marrying you, by the way. Yeah, no one saw that coming. But you know, yeah, it's good luck. It happened. Trophies, tick. He's done the trophies, tick. I've got a few boxes of goodies here, tick. We're doing a raffle. God damn it, raffle. I need to... Raffle book. I don't think we've got a raffle book. The raffle at the event pays for all the alcohol and the hotel. Raffle book. I'm going to need to ask the wife to order a raffle book from Amazon because I think we used the raffle book last time. I've written it down. No squigs. You've got to do the squigs. We need tentacles and we need squigs. One of the missions, a Attack of the Tentacle Monster. One of the missions, Attack of the Killer Squig. Okay. Can't have Broncos fan at my Raiders family wedding. Dude. I didn't know you were a Raider fan. I need the card payment thing. Do you need the card payment thing? Do we need the card payment thing? You could just do PayPal. Unrelated question, but when's the next time you and Say Hi Paul are playing? I haven't seen it on the channel for a while and I love his channel. I haven't got anything lined up in the barrel ready to shoot with Say Hi Paul. Say Hi Paul is a busy man, changes his job, and he's got his own channel. Check out Say Hi Paul on YouTube. He's got loads. Yes, we haven't got anything in the pipe at this time. Though I do miss the bugger, so I really should set something up. But I think my calendar opens up in November. I'm pretty busy. Have I missed much? Was painting and watching Winter's Bat Rep for Horus Heresy. You haven't missed anything, Raging Horn. There's virtually, we have barely talked any Warhammers. There was some, we talked a little bit about grammar. We mentioned the Australians once and the Texans, and we did say Winter's Dice. Crunchier than a Mars bar. You've got the card thing. You have got the card thing. Okay. You've painted all the tentacles. Check. Good. James has painted the tentacles. We need 50 squigs on the table for Attack of the Killer Squig. One of the missions, Attack of the Tentacle Monster. People have seen it. It was on the channel on Sunday. That glorious mission. The next one, there's a squig. The squig counts as the objective. So they've got to get to the objective, which they probably don't want to get to because it's a killer squig. They get to the objective. Sometimes you get to the objective and sometimes the objective gets to you. Like on a Snake Eyes, because it's a whole 2d6 table on Attack of the Killer Squig. So you get to the table, you get to the squig, you get your point. I'm on the squig. Yay! And then you roll 2d6 and consult the table, and that's what the Killer Squig does. Snake Eyes, it flies towards the very closest character, wherever that closest character is, and eats it and removes it from play. So it's a Killer Squig. That's one of the things that happens if you get attacked by the Killer Squig. And it can also vomit up command points if you get double sixes and things, but that's up. But we need the squigs, James. Don't stress, you've got them. But I mean, yeah, yours are not legally allowed to be called squigs, I know. Yes, Attack of the Killer, not squigs. They are things that look remarkably like squigs, but they're not for sale. You're not doing it for sale. You're doing it for an event. We're not selling anything to anyone at any time soon. Squig objectives. Yes, one squig objective. We did last time, we did squig game, which was we had mini squig objectives, throwing squigs backwards and forwards against each other. This has got one squig objective, which is going to jump around the board and attack things like a killer squig. Will everyone get a squig to take home? There'll be 50 squigs, Tazanara. There's 100 of you there. You can cut one in half each or fight over the remaining squig. I don't know what's happening to the remaining squags. They're squags, they're not squigs. They're squags, they're not for sale. And yeah, I don't want the squags afterwards. So you can go out into the car park after the event, strip down into your boxers and have a good old fisticuff. And whoever comes out of there with more teeth remaining gets to keep a squag. Squawks? Squaggers. Squaggers? Squawks. There is only one not squig per table, says James March. Exactly. Because you can't sell them. But we can, though, because they're squawks. They're not squigs. I think we got away with that one, James. We got away with that. We got away with that one. Loads of tentacles to take home, yes. And people can take home some tentacles as well. You got a lot of tentacles. Also, you can buy tentacles from marchofwar.co.uk. You put them on the website. I checked and everything. As seen on Winter's SEO. It's on the thing. Phew, no one noticed. I don't think anyone noticed. We're calling them... Oh, I call it Attack of the Killer Squawg. That'll work, right? Oh, dear. Lots of Warhammer happening, guys. Lots of Warhammer happening. Are you guys happy or sad? Warhammer 40k players now. Warhammer 40k players. Any 40k players in the chat? Step forward, lean in. Balanced data slate, good or bad? What do you think? Balanced data slate, good or bad? Or do you not care? Raging Horn is gifted a membership. GG's in the chat for Raging Horn. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. GG's. Nope. Good. Yo. Yes. GG Raging Horn. Yeah. Good or bad, or do you not care? See, I got so many armies when the balanced data slate came out. Some of them went and some of them went I'd have hoped there'd have been a bit more love for the Emperor's Children, but there wasn't that much love for the Emperor's Children, because that's the one I'm way into right now. Necrons are roughly in the middle. Space Marines, roughly in the middle. Dark Angel's nice. The Lionel Johnson finally got the -1 to wound and he can go back into reserves again. He feels like a Primarch again. I like that about Lionel Johnson. My Templars and my Sisters both looking better. Sisters got a big buff. Sisters got a big buff with... what is it? Retributor's got a big thing, and the Seraphim got a big buff. Sisters look good now. Templars do not care very much. Haven't seen it, haven't read it. I heard Emperor's Children Triple Wing Demon Prince is good. Try that. Yeah, 200 points for a Demon Prince with wings in the Emperor's Children, though. 200 points. 3 of them, 600 points. There's a lot of points. Play heaps of 40k, but still don't know what the rules are week to week. Stuart is preaching for the masses. I play lots of 40k. I don't know what's going on. Every week it changes. Vashdor. Yeah. Vashdor got a bit of loving. He's now got lone operatives so long as he's in range of some vehicles, which he needed, because Vashdor, I met him on the tabletop a few times. Last time he was on the channel, I blew him off the tabletop as soon as he poked his head round from the side of a building. Is like, no, you die now, and destroyed him utterly quickly. So it's nice that he's got that lone op thing, because he needed it, and he is Vashdor, and he's supposed to be one of the big bads, so make him really big. But Raging Horn has dropped another gifted membership. Legend Raging Horn. GG's in the chat for Raging Horn. GG's. Heavy Intercessors getting a 20-point cut is crazy. Yeah. I mean, I like the fact that Hellblaster's got a points cut as well, and the Assault Intercessors got a points cut. There was lots of 5-point cuts and 10-point cuts. Lots of 5 points, only a couple of 10-point cuts in the Space Marine one. But Heavy Intercessors, 20-point cut. Aggressors as well, got a nice... Aggressors and Heavy Intercessors got a nice big thudunk in the new balanced data slate. Yeah, we're going to see chonky boys quite a bit more. I play Black Templars. I know they weren't going to get much with their codex on the horizon. No, yeah. Trying to catch James a membership. You don't want to give James a membership. James March. I'm a member on my personal account, he said. So he is a member on his personal thing, but just not on... See, look, James March. See, he's been a member for 34 months. I'm here. But thank you for trying to catch James a membership. He's there you go. You see, he's now changed his thing to his other thing. But I should have kept quiet. He should have kept quiet, and then you'd have kept going and going and going. I saw a few of my lists changed by 10 or 20 points, but nothing seemed dramatic. Yeah. Corvs and Equals on the Grimnar and Armas is big for Votan. Votan got a bit of a buff. Yeah. My Imperial Fist went down 50 points, no longer taking up transport slot. Thanks to the... Yes, Raging Corn has gifted another membership. Stop it now. Or no, don't stop it. Just every couple of minutes, drop another membership in, and then drop a number. No, keep going. Pour some sugar on me. GG's for Raging Horn again. For the one more that I would have done, he says. I don't even know how to get the membership thing. I don't know how to get it either, James. It just happens here. I don't know how it works, really. I don't know what you mean as well by I don't even know how to get the membership thing. I don't know what that means. I think if you are gifted a membership, when you go on the YouTube, this is what I think you do. When you go onto the YouTube person's, whatever membership that you might get here, there, everywhere, whether you get it with, I don't know, Tim the Tapman, Ashley Burton, Event Horizon, Ancient Architects, or me, you go to the main page, you click along the top to where it says lists, playlists, live community store. There's one that will say memberships. You click on there and that will take you to a thing. I think that's how it works. I don't really know. I just work here. The numerous points drops over 10th ed have started to make game tables feel dude, James, Stuart. The numerous points drops over 10th ed have started to make games tables feel so crowded. There's a whole podcast on that. There's a whole live stream on that. I mean, 6 big knights on a table, not that crowded. But the fact that you can put 6 Chaos Knights on the table, that just tells you how much points have gone down. And yeah, I've seen some lists now with 2,000 points on, particularly as the board shrunk a little bit in 9th. It really is. It's getting dense out there. One wonders how low can they go? How low can you go? How further can they go? Because you can barely fit anything on sometimes now anyway. And because there's so much on, everything's got a lot more killy, like really killy. You can point at a unit and delete a unit rather easily now with a bunch of stuff. It's a trade thing. I move a thing around, I kill the thing, and then the thing that I move around gets killed by the thing, and the thing over here killed by the thing. A thing kills, a thing kills, a thing kills, a thing kills, and in the last couple of turns it's over real quick. It's crowded until it isn't. Craven has been a member for 25 months. Not sure why I sent the Votan thing into chats, but oh well. Nurglings are up 20, so that being the only change to Death Guard is a bit strange. Yeah, Death Guard and, well, Death Guard, World Eaters, Thousand Suns barely got touched or didn't get touched at all because new books. And Death Guard really need touching. Don't touch the Death Guard touch you, but they really need touching. They're strong. Jackus Woods, my 2,000 point narrative recruit list is 186 models. There's a lot of models. I watched the Horus Heresy game with James. First Imperial Guard, I'm a lost established in Raven Guard every day. Yes. David Kearney, if viewers were into Heresy as much as 40k, what would your ideal video mix be? Also, how long have I been a member out of interest? I don't know. You got a yellow thing next to. I don't know what the yellow emoji is. Click. I can't. I clicked on your thing and it came up with loads of... I don't know. It came up with loads of things. I don't know how long you've been a member. If viewers were into Heresy as much as 40k, what would your ideal video mix be? It's not, it more comes down to how many people come here and want to play me with what they got. That's what it comes down to. So the video mix at the moment is kind of the frequency of the players that I get. I get more 40k players than Heresy players wanting to play me. And if that was to change, then it changes. I just work here. It happens. This happens. We play games. I put them on the internet. And but ideally, what would it be? I think 50-50 would be nice. Heresy makes 40k better and 40k makes Heresy better. If I was just playing, one of the good things I did was start Heresy when 2.0 came out. If I just stuck with 40k, I think it would feel very samey by this late into 10th edition. And if I just stuck with Heresy, I would miss playing with orcs and playing with Tyranids and playing with other things. I'd miss the core rules for 40k. I mean, yes, it's the tournament edition and the chapter approved stuff is getting sweaty with 40k and doing the tournament edition, I quite like that too, you know. But also the core rules of 40k are quite juicy, and you can do all sorts of things like Attack of the Tentacle Monster and Murder Bowl, and you can do weird things with that as well. So I kind of like that too. So there's some flexibility in 40k still, whereas Heresy, you want to do the thing. They both 50-50. I think so. I really like playing with the Emperor's Children right about now, and collecting the Emperor's Children and developing my new faction. It's Lord of Contagion, Death Shroud, and Heavy Bloat Drone feel like, the Lord of Contagion and the Death Shroud and the Lord of Virulence all need to go up about 20 to 25 points. The Heavy Bloat Drone is just, I'm wondering if they will make that a damage 2 instead of a damage 3 weapon. Whether they'll just nerf the weapon itself. The fact that it is damage 3 is the kicker. Dazanara has been a member for 24 months. I may bring NIDS to the September event if I can get a 2k points painted. I also have recruited more Germans to find for the ruins of Gehenna. Nice, man. The German invasion coming over. Cool. Yeah, that'd be good. I think you guys will enjoy it. Yeah. Really like tournaments. No. What I mean is, really like to. Did you ever, for example, look, it's not. I did. Yeah. Look. I am the No Retreat 2021 Legend of Legends champions. Okay. I have got a 100% win record when it comes to GTs. I did a lot of tournaments back in 4th and 5th edition as well. If you set your mind at doing the tournament thing and playing sweatiness, and you lean into it, then get sweaty. And then when you're a tactical genius like me, you'll just win all the time anyway. And it's all about winning. It's not about fun. It's all about making your opponent cry. It's not about fun. It's all about microwaving the dice. Did I say that out loud? It's all about the pain, the sweat, flipping tables, screaming at your opponent, definitely sweating. Don't shower for a week beforehand. Biological warfare is a thing. It's all about this is not a game, people. It's war. Okay? This is war. It's all about and I like the hard. Go in hard. Go in dry. Don't even put some spit on it or anything. Hard and dry. That's what we do. Play hard. Play fast. Sometimes. And then the other time you do the fluffy bunny and your tentacles and things like that, and you can have fun. But they shouldn't cross over. They should not cross over. You do not have the fun thing with the hard thing. You just go hard or fun. But not both. Keep crushing, says Wojciech. Thank you for your $20 donation. I appreciate you. Keep crushing. That's all he's saying. Boom. Crushing it. Crushing it. I do like getting sweaty every now and then. There is a competitive streak in me, Wojciech. There's a competitive. It's deep down. Deep down. It's just, you've got to occasionally just step into the room. Swing it around a bit, just so everyone knows, and then tuck it away again and walk out again before you get arrested. You've got to do that. Every now and then you've got to do it. I like doing it. I like playing and having fun as well. That's fun too. The fun and the playing is fun too, but every now and then just swing it, baby. Never cross the streams. Exactly, Friendly Neighborhood Inquisitor. You never cross the streams. It's one or the other, never both. And I like that about 40k. It's. I think one of the things about 10th edition is the tournament edition. The one thing they missed in this edition, which hopefully they're going to fix in 11th edition, is it doesn't have to be one or t'other. And Games Workshop right now, as far as they're concerned, it's only one. It's only about swinging it. It's only about the tournament edition. It's only about the hardcore. It's only about the points. It can be that. And there could also be a mission pack for playing casual games. There could also be... I've ranted about this before, but the 40k umbrella is broad. There are many people standing below the umbrella, and not all of them have to be swinging it. Some of them can be running around and having fun, and it can be like that as well. It can be both. It can be both, and hopefully in 11th edition we'll have both at the same time. Hopefully. What they should do is Warhammer 40k rule set, dunk. They drop the hallowed tome, 11th edition, dunk. Drop it down. Drop it like it's hot, right? Henry's doing his thing soon. That's coming soon. We've got Space Marine 2. That's a big success. Space Marine 3, they've greenlit it. We're going mainstream. It's taken off, people. It's going out there. So when they drop the hallowed tome, the dunk, down, it should be accessible and easy for anyone to play. It should be more akin to early 8th edition 40k, the accessible edition. And the codexes should be more accessible, and it could be tighter and trimmed a bit, more like early edition 8th. Very accessible, very successful rule set. And in the hallowed tome, there should be a tournament pack as well. So when you read it, you're like, here's the rule set, here's the movement phase, here's the thing phase, here's the this phase, here's the that phase. And then after they've done all of that, and that's how you do, and that's how you play it, after that is tournament pack. Tournament pack 40k is rule of 3, is you cannot be more plus or minus to hit than 1. You can't be, you can't be -2 to hit. You can't be +2 to hit. You can make those restrictions. And here are the mission packs for tournament play. And put it in the main rule set. So in the main rule set, you have, here's all the things. It's like when you play any computer game, and then you've got the CDL, or then you've got the esports leagues. The computer game is this broad, and it's a big sand pit, and it's got lots of different ways of playing the game. It's sandbox environment. But when you go to the esports thing, and the esports World Cup is really soon, actually, I think it's like next month, then they have lots of restrictions on, like, you can't do that, we'll get rid of these weapons, you get rid of these things, and you're only playing on these missions. And that's what 40k should be like. 40k it should be a big sand pit, and as accessible as possible. And then for tournament packs and for chapter approved, there should be certain restrictions, and they cut away the bits at the edges of the curve, cut away those bits and make it a tighter thing. And you can play both. You could be playing your open war decks, you can be playing your Maelstrom war decks, you can be playing your fun stuff, left, right, and all over the place. And then if you want to do a tournament, there's the rule set for running tournaments in the main rule book. And yeah, that's what they should do. If I was in charge of Warhammers, that's what I would do. Winters will wake up screaming, sustain hits D3. What are we talking about? When I want to crush people, I play Votan. Votan, that +1 to... They're good. Votan are good. As a 40k online TTS player, the WTC maps are always the dullest. Yeah, you take away the extremes. You cut away the extremes, and it's... But that's fine. That's what tournament people want. And like the mission packs, for example, like... like this scoring over 100, that's because you can tell the difference between someone who got 60 points and 70 points, and 70 points and 80 points. That's a mission pack. But for everyone else, it can be 1, 2, 3 points. You get a point for each objective and a point for killing the warlord, and it could be 5 points to 7 or 3 points to... You don't need that massive 100 points divide. It can just be a lot... Friendly Neighborhood Inquisitor dropped a $5. GG's in the chat for Friendly Neighborhood Inquisitor. Thank you very much. A simple thing I want back that they did in 8th edition is a table in the book for creating a custom character datasheet for open play. That should be in the book. You're 100% right. There should be a table in the book for creating custom characters. It should be in the main rules. Like Luton came on the channel with his custom character. And some people in the chat, not very many, mind you, most people in the chat, 99.99% of people in the chat were like, yeah, that's really cool. Play 40k your way. Make up your own missions, make up your own characters, make up your stuff. But some people are like, how dare he make up his own character? No. You always used to be able to, and there were rules for it, and it should be in the main rulebook. But in the tournament section, it says ignore the custom character creation and stick with rule of 3 and stick with the... Well, you don't need rule of 3 if you're playing normal Warhammer. If you rock up with like an armoured column of tanks and you've got 4 of this Leman Russ and 3... I don't care. It's just, yeah. Bye, James. See you at the weekend. Tournament is a different species to regular 40k. One is why we're here at all. One is why I get frustrated and get a headache. A casual player, there's no such thing. Winters, you should work for Games Workshop. They won't want me. They definitely don't want me. I will say inappropriate things and upset Australians a lot. And they can't have that. I hope they learn someday how much shame they put up with upon themselves and say Luke can't make a customer. Yeah, it's the internet. If people don't think Luton can make a custom character, that's the internet. People are entitled to their opinion, and I think if you have an opinion on something, you're supposed to shout about it on the internet. That's what I do. So they're allowed to shout about it on the internet. But in my opinion, 40k is it's a game, and you can make up your missions and you can make up your characters. You can paint your army the way you want to paint your army. You can collect what you want to. It's when it's the broadest thing in the world, then it's the best thing in the world. You know, there's many different ways to play and enjoy this hobby. And when Games Workshop just focus on one part of the hobby, like they're largely doing in 10th edition, I think that's a mistake. Opinion on the internet. I think the best editions that we've had, are the broadest editions, are the... Words are difficult. It's always more fun to use your own characters than the generic. It's your hobby. It's your Warhammer. Play it your way. Play Warhammer, it's your way. Play the thing. And there's been a lot of Warhammer happening recently. There's been a balanced deck slate. There's been the heresy things. There's been the event of the weekend. There's been this live stream. How long have we been going? Hour and a half. Banging on for an hour and a half this evening. Thanks, chat. I think we'll start wrapping it up. Any more questions, queries? Any more comments? Any more things you would like to feedback on? I will lock in. I'm going to lock in. Let's do the home stretch. I say home stretch. We could be here for another half hour. But I'm going to lock in. Focus on your things. Fluid. Had chicken wraps this evening with crispy onions. Well, in the wrap, it had like the cheese and the things and the thing. And I put loads of crispy onion in there. And I keep burping crispy onions. Taste crispy onions again and again. And it's delicious. Greets from Portugal. Bit late for the party. What are we talking about? I have no idea. 40k is just the ultimate gold mine for being creative. Yes, exactly. It is all about being creative. Tarantulas, yay or nay? Yay. Hopefully you can drop them in units of at least 3. They used to hit on 5s, but were twin linked and not be that expensive in the points. So deep striking squadrons down onto the battlefield sounds like a thing, or setting them up in place if you're like Iron Warriors, Iron Hands, in place positions, locked in place. But yeah, very good. Used to have some kind of shielding as well, perhaps a 5-up automatic shielding save, something like that would be useful. There are reasons why the new Terminators are sold out everywhere. Astartes 2 got prepared before it comes out, fellas. I don't know what we're... How's the Emperor's Children coming along? They're coming along right. I finished Lucius. Raging Horn sent a gifted membership. Thank you, GG's in the chat for Raging Horn. GG's. I finished Lucius. And then I got sidetracked and did 3 lictors, and I haven't done the bases for the lictors. I don't know why I got sidetracked and did the lictors. They were just sat there. They've been sat there for a while. I just did them. I got an idea in my head of playing with Tyranids because of the Psychophage change that happened. So I've got in my head I'm going to play a game with the Tyranids at some point, and I'll probably not run the Psychophage at all. Last one for the community. Thank you, Raging Horn. Friendly Neighborhood. I've got to go Winters. Bye, Friendly Neighborhood Inquisitor. Thank you. There wasn't enough Thousand Suns talk, I know. The Bobbins. I've finished Eisenhorn and Gaunt's Ghosts, The Founding, and I'm halfway through Night Lords. What's your next recommendation, Uncle Winters? I'd go back to Gaunt's Ghosts. The Founding is... Gaunt's Ghosts gets better and better and better. So after doing Eisenhorn and Gaunt's Ghost, you should have really done Eisenhorn, then Ravenor, then the Magos, and then Ravenor versus Eisenhorn. You should have stuck with the... and then go... I would go back to Gaunt's Ghosts and do the Saint. Finished all of Gaunt's Ghosts. It gets better and better and better. It gets really, really good. Oh, Lictors, I'm looking forward to the new Raveners. Yes. Lictor? I didn't even know her. Love Toby Longworth as Eisenhorn. Dude, Toby Longworth or Jonathan Keeble, 10 out of 10, would bang. Peter Costum, thank you for your 10 Canadian dollars. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. GG's in the chat for Pete. Big Pete's in the chat. Dropping some GG's. Give him some love, guys. Thank you. I'm just starting to get into Horus Heresy. Would you recommend familiarizing yourself with 2.0 rules or just wait until 3.0? Wait until 3.0. It looks like it's quite a bit of a departure in places. And focus on hobbying in the meantime. And if 3.0 is bad, then look at 2.0. I can't see 3.0 look, 2.0 is a really good rule set. 3.0 is what they did is they evolved it a bit. 2.0 to 3.0 isn't going to be a bit. It's going to be quite a jump. It's still the same rules that we know and love. So the guts of it should still feel the same. It still is initiative. It still is a Force Orc slot. It still is vehicles behaving different with hull points. The guts of it will feel the same. So I can't see 3.0 being bad. The question a lot of the heresy community have is, will it be an improvement on 2.0? Because it's hard to improve on it. It's 2.0 so good. So, but I can't see it being bad. It might be, some of the things might be great. Some of the things might not be as great. Some of the things might be unnecessary change for the sake of change. But if you're coming into heresy and you're new to it, it won't be bad. It won't be bad. It will be good. It's just how good is it? Will it be better? We don't know. But it can't be bad if it's based around... I would wait for 3.0. Get your Age of Darkness box sets now while they're still cheap, with all the 2.0 miniatures in, because it's such a massive savings. Get your hands on an Age of Darkness box set with the Spartan in and the Terminators in and the 40 Marines in and the Dreadnought in and the Praetors in, because you're saving yourself like 150 quid if you get that box set. So get it now while you still can and save yourself a lot of money. But wait for 3.0 to come out if you're getting into heresy. Then read that, focus on that, do that. Because if you start with 2.0, it'll break your brain, because if you're new, you'll be getting it, and then it will change. It'll break your brain. So just lock into 3.0. Any book recommendations for Custodes Law? Yes. What is it called, guys? That Servants of the Emperor? What's the one that Chris Raitt did, which has got... Is it Servants of the Emperor? I need to find it now. Can we get a Horus Heresy backrep with rules commentary for us newbies? When 3.0 comes out, we can do things. When 3.0 comes out, the first few dozen, I'll be learning it too. So whenever a new edition comes out, I over-explain stuff during the first chunk of battle reports. Regent Shadow, there we go. What the 40k? The Regent Shadow, I think, yes. There are a bunch of books. What is this? What is the series called though? Servants of the Emperor? Servants of the Thing. By Chris Raitt. Those are my recommendations for Custodes lore. Would be that Servants of the Emperor. Anyway, Regent Shadow, I think, is the first book in that series. There's 2 of them. You'll get a chunk there. The other bit that you want, the Valdor Horus Heresy book is good for early Custodes lore. It is. Yeah, the Primarch's novel Valdor is a good one. Deep lore on Custodes. The thing is, we don't really know how they're made. We do know that each of them are individual. We don't really know if there's a gene seed. Valdor is kind of their Primarch, though he isn't. There's lots of stuff about the Custodes that is deliberately vague. So finding deep lore on Custodes is difficult. What you've got instead is just some good Custodes books. So the Valdor Primarch book, good. Servants of the Emperor, or look for Regent Shadow, the Chris Raitt series. Those are good. And I was trying to think of something else, but those are the ones. Master of Mankind has got some nice tidbits in as well to lock into. Yeah. Those are the sorts of things you want. Yes. 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 Okay. So yes, good. Right. Good. That was fun. Paco the Taco Bender. Thank you for your donation. Just got home. What have I missed? Winter's Dice, Grammar, Texas, Australia, Heresy, Balanced Data Slate, Event, Tarantulas, Rapiers, Raffle Book, Squig, Tentacles, Gaunt's Ghosts, Wait for 3.0, Regent Shadow. That sums it up. Yes? Yes. But thank you for your donation. You basically missed it all. We've been here for an hour and a half. I was just wrapping up. But thanks for your donation. Can we give Paco the Taco Bender a GG's in the chat, please? Because he's unless, I was going to go, but you're here now. I can give it another. We can wait. We can wait. Is there something you needed? Paco? Are you okay? JR, loved your weekly content. Always look forward to Sundays. Thank you, JR. Cheers for the painting entertainment, says Just Craig. Same time next week? Probably. Unless the zombie apocalypse happens. Paco, nope. Just here for the vibes. Yeah. Well, you're going to have to watch it as a VOD. Shout out VOD Squad. VOD Squad members. Shout out. Oh, shout out as well the one person that bought a t-shirt this week. Thank you so much for buying some merch. And if you'd like to support the channel, you too could buy some merch. Join the Mug Club. Become a Mug Club member. Buy a mug. Pretending to be positive about 3.0. I'm not pretending to be positive about 3.0. It's only positive vibes here. It's all positive vibes all the time. We are not yelling at clouds. 3.0 is going to be awesome. I did a whole rant like 5 minutes ago, Paco, telling a guy, don't get 2.0, wait for 3.0. It won't be shit. Servo Skull has just gifted a membership. Thank you so much, Servo Skull. What's the Wednesday tier 3 video? Heresy. 240k 1 Heresy. 240k 1 Heresy tends to be the heartbeat of the channel. It has been for some time. Though there's going to be a bit less of Heresy content coming out as we get closer to 3.0. But tomorrow is a classic 3,000 point game of Iron Hands versus Emperor's Children. 3,000 point Horus Heresy War of Lies. It's a barn burner. I do start screaming at the camera at one point and panicking a little bit. And I was worried on the edit, actually, that maybe it comes across as a bit ranty, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I heard about a plastic Nightbringer for the Necrons. We can only hope. We need plastic. We need plastic Catans. They've got to be out there somewhere, right? We've got one, the Void Dragon. We need more. So we need the Nightbringer. We need the Deceiver, and we need another one. Another new one would be good. I picked up a Latvian box at sticker price, Glendale, AZ. They had 3. I have no idea what you're talking about, Michael Matkins. That is in code and half American. I don't what you're saying. Ranty Winters in a game. I'll be watching that tomorrow. Yeah, Leviathan. I picked up a Latvian box, Leviathan, at a FLG for sticker price in Glen. I have no idea what he's saying either, Eternal Crusader. Honestly, sometimes the Americans make sense, but not Michael Matkins. See, this is why Games Workshop wouldn't want to hire me either, because inappropriate things on the internet is not what you're supposed to be saying. Yeah, I can't repeat that either, but yeah. We all need to go to bed. I need to go to bed, apparently. Yeah. Which Catan would be your choice if they brought out a new one? Well, a brand new one. Winter's Dice. Thank you, Paco. And thank you, Craven AMG. Can we give a GG's in the chat to Paco and to Craven? A new one, Aka Chalo. A brand new one. If they brought out a new plastic one, let's have a new shard of a Catan with new rules, just like when the Void Dragon came out, it had new stuff in it. I wouldn't put the Nightbringer and the Deceiver in plastic, but if they're doing plastic Catans, release a brand new Catan and call him like Terry, the Lord of Penguins Catan, and give him rules. Craven, Paco, GG's, guys. Craven, it's been a while, so do you think we could have a chat about sandwiches next Talkie Tuesday? I'll forget by next Talkie Tuesday, but yes, if you remind me, next Talkie Tuesday. Servo Skull, GG's in the chat for Servo Skull as well. Can you go back to the earlier time for the chats? So, 7 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock? I could, but Paco's, see, I could, but the problem is the Americans weren't getting on. The Americans and the Australians were shouting at me a bit more. This way, at least some of them managed to get into the chat. Like Stuart Fields is awake at this time. Paco and the Craven, they're around at this time. If I go back an hour, the colonies, they get upset. We mustn't upset the colonies, okay? We mustn't upset the colonies. Is the next Heresy Battle Report only for members? There is a Battle Report every single Winter's Wednesday for Tier 3 channel members who help keep the lights on and pay for all of this stuff. And Wednesday's Battle Report, tomorrow's Battle Report, is a Heresy Battle Report. Yes. So the next Heresy one, the last one was last Sunday. The last Heresy one was free. Was on the Sunday. That was the Alpha Legion Death Guard one with Mortarion and Alfarius. That came out on a Sunday. But yes, tomorrow's one, Iron Hands, Emperor's Children, members. Keep chatting. It's nice and early. It's not nice and early, Stuart Fields. It's late. I'm sorry to anyone who misses it on behalf of us. No, it's fine. I don't think people miss it. It's just Service Girl. You understand? We're universal here, Service Girl. We're broadcasting around the world. You're part of this broadcast, Service Girl. Ever thought of that? You're one of the featured content creators of this broadcast, and because you're here all the time and you're dropping them like it's hot, and if if we were earlier, then less people will hear your voice. The world needs to hear your voice. See, I get it. He says, I get it. That's his voice, not my voice, his voice. Service Girl says, I get it. He gets it. He gets it. I'm off to bed, says D-Bagger. See, I need to go to bed as well. It's a nice time for me, says Craven, in between lunch and dinner. So, yeah, we're wrapping up. 69 current viewers in the chat. 69, dude. So it's definitely a time to... Right, we do the thing. We click on... This was good. Paco, I was going to bugger off, but you dropped in, and then here we are. 69, dude. So, and now we're buggering off. So we press the thing, we do the thing. So thank you for joining me on this week's Talkie Tuesday. I look forward to meeting all of you at the weekend who are coming to March of Winters Chapter 3. Thank you for all the donations and all the likes and clicks and the thumbs and the members. And remember, Winter's Dice. Sharper than a tiger falling off of a skyscraper. Winter's Dice. Remember, so yeah, Wednesday is the Heresy one, and I think Sunday's one is an Old World one. I think. I haven't edited it yet. I need to have a look. It could be a nightmare. But, yeah. Lots of Warhammer happening recently. Looking forward to Heresy 3.0. Looking forward to playing some more stuff. Guys, be nice, be kind. As E.T. said, be good. And happy wargaming.